Okay guys, episode 123, aka John here. Welcome to episode number 38 of the Milan career mode, and arguably the biggest game of the series so far. For the first game, guys, we take on Atletico Madrid away from home in the Vicente Calderon in the second leg of our Champions League semi-final, and for the second of the two games, we take on Chievo Verona away in the Serie A final day. First of all, we drew the first leg 1-1 if you missed the last episode. If you want to go watch that episode back, go ahead. But we did draw 1-1 at the San Siro, meaning that Atletico Madrid have the away goal, meaning that they could potentially go through. No, they have the advantage, meaning that we have to get a win at the Vicente Calderon. Otherwise, we'll go out basically, because Atletico Madrid will go through in the away goal ruling, unless we draw like 2-2. And as you see, Atletico Madrid boast Antoine Griezmann on their side, the top scorer in the Champions League, with 10 goals in the competition. Our highest scorer in the Champions League is Milan with 6. I wonder if you have anyone else in those ranks. We have Belotti is there with 4. I don't think Gaetan for Atletico Madrid with 3. So we each have 2 on those ranks. As in terms of top assisters, I'm not sure who's there. Intep and Milik both have 3, and I'm not sure. I can't see Atletico Madrid there. Gamero has 2, and that's pretty much it. Top clean sheets. Donnarumma has 5 and Oblak has 3, so both doing pretty well there. And basically, Atletico Madrid pose a real challenge because they have Antoine Griezmann. He's one of the best strikers in Europe. You know, I wouldn't be opposed to him joining Man United. Just saying, okay. So we'll get into this game and we'll see if we can get all 3 points. Come Milan. Not all 3 points. If we can get the win and go through to the final. Come on, Milan. So guys, this is the Atletico Madrid team for this fixture, which is for some reason being played in the middle of the day. Don't know why. It's a Champions League game, should be at night. But anyway, Griezmann and Gamero up top, they could cause problems. Carrasco on the left, look out for him. Kranevitter, who in real life has gone out on loan, but obviously he's the second, so he'd be back from his loan. Also an option to hold up the midfield. This is our team. A lot of fitness problems, but I've brought in Niang, Mauri, Mancini, Montez, Camille, and Abate for their regular starters. Obviously, Sousa's injured and Pino's unfit, so that's why I brought in Mancini. I know the other players, again, fitness problems, tiredness. I don't want to play players that are absolutely jaded. So it's a rotated team, but it's still a strong team. So we'll see if we can go through the Champions League final. Come on, Milan. Good hold up from Montez. Now to break. Cartavia. Niang's in space. And by Niang's through here. Up against Jan Oblak. What will Niang do here? Finesse shot. Saved by Oblak. Milik can put it into the far post. It's put behind by Mario Gaspar for a corner. He still got it. He rises the challenge. Comes back to Mancini. Shoots under pressure. It's another free kick being given. Okay, and again, my controller is spazzing out. Okay. Let's do it, Milik. 21 yards out. Saved by Oblak. Put him back in by Montez. It's Camille. Drags his shot wide of the post. Still 0-0. Got it back again at Mauri. Camille. Comes to Niang. Finding Cartavia. Cartavia shoots. Does he? He does. Saved by Oblak. Rebound wide. We're having so many chances. We've dominated the game so far, but it's still 0-0. We need to get that crucial breakthrough goal. Godin wins it. And there's half time, guys. Goodness knows how we're not leading here. But it's Milan 0, Atletico Madrid 0. We've had so many chances to take the lead. We haven't been able to do it. Hopefully we'll find the lead in the second half. But we have 45 minutes to get a goal to take us into the final. The stats, well, I thought the stats would show the game as more one-sided than that. But it's still, we have had double the shots on target that Atletico Madrid have had. And they haven't really had any clear-cut opportunities, where we've had, I can't speak today, sorry, whereas we've had plenty of them. We'll have plenty more in the second half, I would think. Come on, Milan, let's get this goal. Let's get into the Champions League final. Milik. Oh, comes out to Mancini. Can he get that back into the box? He can. It's Milik. It's saved by Oblak. It's Niang. And by Niang has given us the lead. It's Atletico Madrid 0. Milan 1. The French striker and by Niang. We started him because Belotti wasn't fit. And thank goodness for that decision. We've taken the lead here at the Vicente Calderon. Header from Niang hits the bar. But Jan Oblak can't gather the ball from the rebound. It comes to him by Niang. He's basically a yard from the goal line. He could have just walked it in. But he shot it. And it ends up in the back of the net. As it stands, we're headed for the Champions League final. It's his first goal in the Champions League in Niang this season. And it was the most important one that he'll score all season, definitely. We're just gonna have to park the bus now and hope that Atletico Madrid don't score. Come on, Milan. And now we have Jose Mari down injured, which isn't looking good. but Gamero just strolls past him, plays it out wide to Koke. Koke gets the cross in. It's Griezmann. It's saved by Donnarumma. The best opportunity Atletico Madrid have had, but thankfully our young goalkeeper's equal to it. Ball forward, Torres off the bench. It's Fernando Torres, the former Milan man. Torres with a shot. Donnarumma saves, and it's out for a corner. We could be in for a very nervy last 15 minutes here. Can't see who that is on the corner. I think it might be Koke. It is Koke. Plays it short. Felipe Luis, that's a terrible shot from the former Chelsea man. No trouble for Donnarumma there. And now it's Torres to Godin. Atletico must be on all-out attack because Godin's forward. He finds the former Milan man Torres. Godin. Carrasco! It's 1-1. 7 minutes to go, and Yannick Carrasco equalised for Atletico Madrid. And this means that as it stands, it will be going to extra time and potentially a penalty shootout to see which one of us gets into the final. It's the man who equalised for Atletico Madrid in the Champions League final last year, Yannick Carrasco, and he's saving Atletico Madrid's bacon here and might be the spearhead for what sends them to the final. Hopefully not, but Yannick Carrasco with his third Champions League goal. It's a very good goal, and we're not going to go attack because that could lead to Atletico Madrid taking the lead, but we're going to go back into balance, see if we can get a winner, who knows, and hopefully we don't lose, basically, even if it does go to extra time. Some of our players are shattered though, which wouldn't be good. Baka, Niang, shoots, saved by Jan Oblak easily. Not a very audacious effort, or was a very audacious effort. Barre finding Godin. Now, Atleti must still be on all that attack, meaning that we could hit them on the break, and that might be deadly. So we'll see what we can do here. Mauri finding Niang. And Niang, you're not going to beat him for pace and by Niang. Not a chance of it. He's got Carlos Bacca with him. It's Carlos Bacca to win it. Carlos Bacca drags it wide. And there's the full-time whistle. 90 minutes up. It finished Atletico Madrid 1, Milan 1, and it will be going to extra time to see who gets into the final. Some of my players are shattered. We'll have a lot of fitness problems going into the final game of the league season. But what is important is us getting to the Champions League final. And if we can, we're 30 minutes to go to decide which one of us it will be that goes through to face either Real Madrid or Borussia Dortmund. Bacca into Mancini, taken down by Felipe Luis. Advantage played. It's Bacca past Miranda. Carlos Bacca to give us the lead here. Bacca, Niang, Esposito of all people. Was the flag up? I think it was. No, it's out for a goal kick. Esposito hits the post there. The last player I'd expect to get onto that. He's only come off the bench because of poor fitness problems and him being the only fit left midfielder that we have in the youth ranks. But he nearly, Torres, Griezmann finds Barre. Barre could be in here. Barre shoots. Barre scores. It's Atletico Madrid 2, Milan 1. And on the stroke of half-time and extra time, the number 37 gives Atletico Madrid the lead here and could potentially put them into the final. Very good move here. Poor defending from me. Our defence was wide open there. I don't know what Romagnoli was doing there. Probably just tiredness more than anything. Barry slides through and the substitute slides it past Donnarumma. We have 15 minutes to find an equaliser, or otherwise we'll be going out of the competition. Comes to Abate. Good control from the right back. Finds Montez. Bonaventura. Bacca. Bacca to shoot. Bacca to hit the post. Montez could be in, of all people. Oblak saves. Back to Montez. It comes for Bonaventura with the shot. Well over the bar. We're peppering the Atletico Madrid goal. We haven't been able to find a goal though. Hunted forward from Donnarumma. Can we get one last attack? One last chance. Atletico Madrid have it. I think that's going to be it. It is. End of extra time. It finishes Atletico Madrid 2, Milan 1. Despite dominating the game, we go out of the Champions League at the semi-final stage because of that goal from Barre in extra time. We could have been going through if it wasn't for that equaliser that Carrasco scored, but I'm absolutely heartbroken, guys. You don't know. We had a chance to win a Champions League in the last season of this series. We could go back into a third season after the Road to Glory is finished, but as for the main part of the series, the second season, we go out in very cruel circumstances. Atletico Madrid did not deserve to win that game. The stats do genuinely speak for themselves, guys. 16 shots to 10, 10 shots on target to 6. But Atletico Madrid are the winners thanks to a pretty lucky goal, to be honest, from my perspective. Although that being said, ours was basically on the goal line because Oblak couldn't keep the ball in his hands. But still, Disappointing, very disappointing. We could have and perhaps should have won this game and gone through to the final, but what's done is done, and we're out. But we could still win the league and the cup. We could still complete a domestic double. We'll see how that happens. So good news, guys, ahead of the final game of the season. Suso's back from injury. We've also got €7 million from our Champions League run. And Valerio Mancini is happy that we've been playing in the 16-year-old. He's an absolute wonder kid, potential to be 90 plus, so he definitely will be playing him. Suso said he's okay to play, even though I checked the team management screen. He does have a little band-aid next to his name, or plaster if you're from this part of the world. But there's a chance he might aggravate his injury, but if he does, sure, it's the last game of the season. He might miss the cup final, worst case scenario. I'm willing to play him because I take this a lot more importantly than the cup final, to be fair. And Pino will do a good job in the cup final anyway, if we have to play him. So guys, from one crucially important match to another, we go away to face Chievo Verona in the final game of the season to potentially win the league. It's very tight at the top. There are 3 teams that could potentially win the league. Napoli, who are currently top, with 69 points. Us, who are on 69 points as well, in second, with the exact same record. And we're ahead of Napoli in goal difference by 1 goal. But they're ahead in the head-to-head ruling because they beat us in Naples and we could only draw against them in Milan. But Inter, on 68 points, could sneak ahead of us if both of us slip up. But the favourites would be Napoli because it's in their own hands. As for fixtures, guys, they do play Napoli. If I check here, are away against Empoli, and Inter play Bologna away. So we will have away fixtures on potential banana skins. I'll check how all the teams are doing in the league: Bologna, Empoli, and Chievo Verona, just to see. Bologna 9th, so that'll be an interesting one. Chievo Verona 14th, Empoli 15th. Okay, so us and Napoli have the easier fixtures out of the 3, but Inter would be expected to beat Bologna in all fairness, especially if Bologna have nothing to play for, because they can't get into Europe because they're 4 points off the European places. So still, we'll go into this game hopefully 2 days before what would be my 17th birthday in real life. We can get the win. Come on, Milan. I'm nervous. So this is the Chievo Verona team. No players they might recognise except for Walter Birsa is a former Milan player, so he'll be looking for revenge against his former team. They're playing a 4-1-2-1-2 diamond, same as us, but they're not playing with any wingers like we are. This is the team, guys. I'm delighted to say I've been able to play the default starting 11, the exception of having to bring in Gomez for Romagnoli because of fitness reasons. All the other players are perfectly fit, which is good. So, obviously, we're hoping on Napoli to slip up. We need Napoli to slip up. But first and foremost, we need to get the win here we need to better Napoli's results in all fairness. But what we want to do is we want to make sure that we can win here against Chievo Verona, So come on, Milan. Matteo De Sciglio on a run. Finding Belotti, who could be in. Belotti scores. It's Chievo Verona 0, Milan 1, and that could be a crucial goal in the title race. I don't know how Empoli are getting on against Napoli, but we have taken the lead, and that's what's most important to us right now, meaning that we're at least, taking the result in our own hands here. Belotti toe poking the ball into the back of the net, bottom corner, past Sorrentino in the Chievo Verona goal. I think that's 15 for the season for Belotti, I'm not sure, but it's the most important one he scored all year, that's for sure. It is 15 for Belotti. Milik is currently on 19, he's the league's top scorer, so 2 very good strikers for us, which is not something I normally can boast about. There's half-time, guys. Chievo Verona 0, Milan 1, and now we see how the other games are going, which is going to be a fun one. But the important thing is we're winning, so whatever happens, we're not going to be dropping down any positions. Okay, so guys, it's 1-1 between Napoli and Empoli, and in the Inter game, it's 0-0. That means that as things stand, we'd be winning the league with 72 points, Napoli in second with 70, and Inter in third with 69. So as things stand, we're going to win the league, but that could all change. All we can do is make sure that we get 3 points here in Verona. Oh, I've just seen, guys, Empoli have gone 2-1 up against Napoli. That is amazing. That is amazing, guys. That means that as things stand, we could draw and still win the league, but we definitely want to keep winning just in case Napoli equalise. But Napoli need 2 goals to win the league as things stand, so we're in a very good position to become champions for the second time in the series. Good ball. Birsa. Hetamai. Good save, Donnarumma. Still not over yet this game. Another 15 minutes in store. Inside to Castro. No! Hetamai! Save Donnarumma! That could be a league-winning save! And there's full time. And the celebrations are there. I think that means we have won the league, guys. I am delighted. We have won the league for the 20th time. Obviously, Milan 18-time winners when I took over. And now 2 league titles in a row, last season and this season, means we are the 20-time champions of Italia. And that makes up for that defeat against Atletico Madrid. What do you guys think? I'm not sure how Napoli got on, but Napoli must have messed up in some way, shape, or form against Empoli, because we are champions, because of we had to grind out that result against Chievo Verona, and I'm not sure if, and that last minute save from Donnarumma might have been a league winner, depending on whether Napoli lost or drew against Empoli. But we will go forward, and the captain, Daniele Regani, who will one day be one of the best centre-backs in the world, will pick up the trophy for Milan. Daniele Regani lifts the trophy, and we are the champions of the Serie A for the second time in the series, and I'm just delighted at that, guys. You don't even know. We win the league yet again. Now, I didn't want this to be a disappointing trophyless season, so you've got at least one of the 3 trophies we're looking to get. And we do have a Coppa Italia final in the next episode, which will be kind of a series finale. I mean, we might do a third season at the end of FIFA 17. I'll keep the save, definitely, so we can do that. Sorry for the hiccuping, guys, but Regani lifts the trophy, and he has just been immense for us this year. Regani, I mean, it's not very realistic. I don't think Juventus want to let him go in real life, but we've signed him. They let him go to us for, I don't know how much it was. One of the first signings we made, Regani, number 12, the captain, the skipper. I think that was a great decision in the end. I gave him the captain's armband, of course, because I don't really use Montalivo at all. If I'd been thinking, I would have put Montalivo on the bench to bring him on late on so he could lift the trophy. But I think that's what we did last year, and he lifted the trophy then. I think Regani's worthy of lifting it this year. Anyway, we're champions anyway. Come on, Milan. And that was a very, very tight affair. So the results, guys. Empoli beat Napoli 2-1, and Inter lost 1-0 to Bologna. So even if a Chievo Verona had scored in the last minute, we still would have won the league by a point. So that's what's important. I mean, it wasn't exactly a league-winning save, but it felt like it might have been at the time. So we'll just look at the final league table then, guys. After all that's said and done, we have the Coppa Nazionale final tomorrow, tomorrow's episode against Sampdoria, so we'll look forward to that one. And this is how the league table finally looks. We're top of the table with 72 points. A very low point tally for league winners, but we'll take it. Out of 38 games, 20 wins, 12 draws, 6 defeats. 55 goals, which is the joint second highest in the league, along with Inter. And 22 goals conceded, which means we have the joint second best defence, the joint second best attack, and the absolute best defence by about 10 goals ahead of. We have 10 goals less than our nearest rivals, Inter, with 32 goals conceded. No, never mind. It's 9 because Napoli conceded 31. Never mind. But Napoli also had the best attack, just about, by about 6 goals, 61 goals scored for them. And going down to Serie B are Pescara, Hellas Verona, and Bari. Us, Napoli, and Inter get Champions League football. Roma and Sassuolo, Europa League football. Terrible season for Juventus, coming 9th with 57 points. 3 points off European football. 11 points off of Champions League football. In the end, 14 points off the league win. Juventus have been off the pace this season massively. As for top scores, guys, as you see, Niang top scorer of the Coppa Nazionale, and our opponent Sampdoria don't have a single player on there, so he will finish as the top scorer. So we'll play him just to see how he gets on in the cup final, just for the crack, like. But as for Serie A top goal scorers, Milik finishes as top goal scorer with 19. His nearest opponents were Gomez from Atalanta with 18, El Shaarawy, the former Milan man, from Roma with 17, De Paul from Udinese with 16, and a couple lads on 15, Krejci from Bologna, Salah from Roma, and his teammate Belotti from Milan with 15. Our runners-up Napoli, their highest scores were Mertens with 12. They also had Promes with 10. I'm seeing who else we have on this list. I don't think we have anyone else on this top scorers rank. Let's look at the top assisters. I want to see that one. Top assister was Mertens from Napoli with 11, so he was Napoli's top scorer, and he was the league's top assister as well. Jalic from Torino got 10 assists. Gomez and Vidmar joined third with 9 assists. Our highest assister was Cartavia with 6, not surprised. We also had Milik and Belotti with 5 each, and Pellegrini with 5 as well. Clean sheets, no surprise. Donnarumma with 22 clean sheets out of 38 games. We only conceded any goals at all in 16 out of 38 games, which is unbelievable. 10 clean sheets more than Carneses from Udinese with 12, and Alisson from Roma with 12. Just simply world class Donnarumma. Most yellow cards was Vero from Pescara with 8. Don't know who had the most for us. I don't think we'll have anyone on this list. No, we won't. And top red cards, Isla from Cagliari and Giuse from Empoli both got 2. So that's that, guys. I want to see what the Champions League ranks are. I know it won't be finished yet, but I want to see just to see what the Champions League will look like. The top scorer in the Champions League was, if it'll load for me, sorry, was Griezmann with 10. So our highest one was Milik with 6. I would have mentioned this, but I would 4, yeah. Top assisters, Choupo-Moting from Schalke with 6 as a surprise. Intep and Milik both had 3 for us. Yeah. Clean sheets, Czech from Arsenal with 6. Yellow cards, Crescito from St. Petersburg with 5. Red cards, a handful of the guys got 1. So I want to look at the Champions League final table to see what the final is. Obviously, we've got this final coming up against Sampdoria, but that's not what we're focused on right now. I want to see what the Champions League looks like. Sorry, I'm just trying to advance forward. This is a bit of a pain. At times, this is. Europa League final is Inter, our city rivals against Tottenham, and the Champions League final, if it loads, sorry, I'm pressing the thing, is Borussia Dortmund against Atletico Madrid. So Dortmund must have been on away goals because the aggregate score was 2-2, beating Real Madrid, and it's a Dortmund Atletico final. So seems like that'd be a good match. We've also got 55 million from that for next season, which would be good. But there won't be a next season unless I decide to do one next year. So we'll have some player training following that game, and this will be Kyriakou's at 80 overall. That's phenomenal. But that's where we'll leave it for today, guys. I'll advance as far as the cup final, see if anything else happens. But other than that, it's more or less it. As Pino hit 75, is now a gold player, which is unbelievable. I imagine what he'll be at the end of season 3 in his prime, unbelievable. Same with Mancini, gone up by 6 this season to 69. I won't do a final season squad report in this episode. I'll do that after the cup final in tomorrow's episode. But I'm just remarking on that. An F and a D for Mancini, meaning he's slow getting to 70, but he'll get there eventually. I know he will. So, guys, Stamatis Deligiannis wants to go up to the senior squad. That's what I was just thinking. I want to promote some guys to the senior squad that are good enough to go up to the senior squad. Now it's the end of the season, and Deligiannis wants to go. So I'm gonna upgrade him now. If I go to the youth squad, if I can find it here, Deligiannis, 58 overall, 81 to 87 potential, left back, 17 years old from Greece. These are his stats. He looks decent. We'll be loaning him out first season because of that, but we'll offer him a contract. 3 years, €500 a week, future first team player. We'll see what he says to that. As for the rest of our squad, we've got Josip Abelovsky, centre forward, 75 to 93 potential, 15 overall. We have Vladko Bikanic, physically strong centre back from Croatia, 58 overall, 74 to 92 potential. Sorry, we have another left midfielder from Italy called Esposito. This time Federica Esposito, quite a small guy, 5'6", but 59 overall, 85 to 94 potential. So whenever I think I might upgrade him now actually. Lorenzo Rinaldi, only 15, we can't yet. Physically strong striker from Italy, 57 overall, 76 to 94 potential. Lorenzo Gallo, I think we'll release him, only 74 to 86 potential. Not going to be, especially with Deligiannis in that position. And we have Florencio Caldera, 67 to 93 potential, 53 overall, 15 years old from Portugal. So we can upgrade him. So out of these 4 lads, who do you want to bring up? We might actually bring up all of them. Okay, I'll bring up Esposito because I know he's got great potential. So I'll offer Esposito a contract for 2 years, £500 a week, €500 a week. Sorry. I'm not sure about the potential of Ablovsky or Bikanic, so unless they ask to be promoted, I won't promote them yet until I know I have a better idea what their potential is. Well, I think there should be Deligiannis and Federico Esposito have both accepted their contracts. So we'll go to the squad report and see what they look like. So Delegianis would be down here as a left back. Okay, we can't see his like potential tag yet because he's not 60 overall. But this is what his stats look like. He has good stamina at 75, which is good. I like that. Decent physicals. Skill attributes, iffy. He's good at short passing and marking because stand tackling, slide tackling, heading, ball control, crossing because they're both in his in and around his overall. Ooh, that is tasty. He's 6'2". Low medium work rate is a bit concerning. Right-footed, but he has a 5-star weak foot and 4-star skills, and he can play on either side of the defense. He can play left back or right back. Okay, I think because he's only 58 overall, we'll put him on the loan list for 1 year. Loan him out for next season, see how he grows. And the other guy, Giannakis, gone up to 65 all in Barcelona. He played 1 Champions League game. I'm assuming that's for Barcelona. And other than that, he's played nothing for Barcelona. I can't remember why I can't think why Barcelona wanted him on loan, but whatever. Looking for the other guy here, Esposito. That's Luca Esposito. As for the other Esposito, Federico Esposito, 59 overall, 16 years old. We can't see his potential lag. He's not 60 yet. Great acceleration, sprint speed. That could grow to be very pacey. He has decent finishing, decent ball control, dribbling, crossing, that sort of thing, which you'd want in a winger. Shot power, long shots, good. Volley is good. What's his free kick like? I like to have players with good free kicks. We have Mancini for that. Ooh. It's just a shame that he has 1-star weak foot and 3-star skills. That doesn't look too good, Mr. Esposito. I'm sorry. He's 5'6", so he's tiny. He can play on a left wing or right mid, so he can play on either side of the pitch, which is good. Left-footed, but very left-footed. He doesn't have a right foot, basically. Medium work rates. We might find some use for him. We'll loan him out for a year. I have the last player training session of the month before the cup final. So we'll just train these 2 lads one last time. Mancini is up to 70, finally. 84 dribbling Mancini has. He's an absolute god. He's an absolute god. He will be an absolute god whenever he hits his full potential. Ismael Montes wants to play in the cup final. I don't think so, Cesar. Sorry, pal. So, guys, that leaves it. I'll leave it at that for today's episode, guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next episode where we take on Sampdoria in the Coppa Nazionale final. I'm assuming it's going to be in the Stadio Olimpico. I'll just check. I'll not actually play. I'll just check. Yeah, Stadio Olimpico. It's going to be at the Olympic Stadium in Rome. So we'll take on Sampdoria, favourites for this game, but we'll see if we can get a domestic double. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next episode of the Land Pyramid, which will be up very soon.